Hi guys, welcome to another installment of Work with EVA Tutor. Today I'm going to take you through how to use the Weblogic scripting tool Wlst. So first thing I'll do is I'm actually going to again just sit into this into my my where my Weblogic where the Wlst that exe is located application is located. I just need to get to the directory. So I have the directory up here. So I'm just gonna copy this and then paste it on here. Okay, what's going on? I think I'll have to do this manually. So this middleware, okay, 11gr1 server, and then bin. So I'm gonna copy this path. Now I'm gonna come to my command prompt, paste it, and then next I'm gonna run my set wls env. Scroll down at the bottom. Should be this one. Okay. So I just type that in there. There you go. So I just set my environment. Next thing to do is I need to basically just connect to my LWS my WLST, and basically so okay, let me do that. I was gonna say something, but I might get ahead of myself in this one. Weblogic.wlst. Okay, so what I was gonna say is, so after this is pretty much where I'm going to stop. I'm not gonna connect to the node manager for now. I'm just gonna stay in and then take you through how to use the WebLogic scripting tool. So what I'm gonna do is I already have my admin console open, as you can see. I'm just gonna log in and basically, and again, just make sure that I'm all set up. I have one admin server and three managed servers up and running already. So and again, so the scripting tool is booting up. So what I'm gonna do basically is I'm gonna take you through how to the different commands that you have available inside of the scripting tool. I'm gonna show you how to if you wanted to change a parameter for one of your servers. I'll show you how to do that. And I'll also show you how to basically just navigate to all the files and the files that you have available inside of WLST. So basically, so when you get to this page, I mean, when you get to this, when you get to this point, it's gonna here you're supposed to connect to your WebLogic, your WLST. So no, connect to your admin server. I mean, so how you do that is you just run connect, and you would say, let me see if I have that up here. I thought I had it up here. Just give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Okay, guys. Welcome back. So as I was saying, when you get to this point, basically um, you can base. So to connect to your the admin server, you're supposed to run the connect, and then you're supposed to put the username for your WebLogic server admin, and then the password, and then you can actually ignore the last parameter, which is the local host. But typically, what happens is that if you ignore it, it's gonna revert to it's gonna go to HTTP and then T3, and then basically, and eventually it's gonna connect you to the right port number, which is 7001, as you can see, which is a default port number for admin servers. So what I did is I've already used that. I've already, so I connected with my credentials, right? And I put my password in, and I saved it. So after I logged in, then what I did is I ran this command, which is right here. It's the store user config. And after you run a store user config, again, you already log in, then basically it's going to create two files, for you. It's going to create encrypted files, with your credentials, obviously, right? And basically that's going to be used on, for your other connections, to the admin server. So basically, so when you do this, it's, again, you don't have to, after you run this command on your window, you log in, you run this command, and then the two files are created. You do not have to put your credentials in anymore. You don't have to put your username and password anymore. You can just run the connect by itself, and it's going to connect you to the admin server. So as you can see, T3 localhost 7001, and again, so it's going to be, so it's mapped, so it's actually linking into the files that were saved with this command, and to get the credentials to give you access to the admin server. So once you're logged in, then what you can do is you can run the ls command, right, and then figure out what the different the objects are, the ambient servers are, and what the child items are, and basically, so you have so when you get to this point, again, having run the ls command, remember with ls it has to, so in terms of navigating the scripting tool, right, inside the scripting tool, you have to run all of your command have to be run with open and end paren and close paren. And basically you would put, okay, so if I wanted to figure out what my child objects were, I would just open paren, single quote, C, and then run this. Then it's going to show me the child items for this particular directory. So so you can do this, and then you have the option of the C for the child objects, and then you have A, and then this is just for your configurations, and then you also have O, which is for your actually I should rephrase this. So C for child items, and then O is for objects. So O, there you go. So it's for objects, and then I already ran the C, which is for basically just the child items. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to, let's see, where should I go? So I'm going to go into one of these. Let me actually run this. Oh. So I'm going to cd into the admin console, right? So cd and then admin console. As you can see, I've cd into the admin console, right? So, and then I would run this to figure out what I have, and as you can see, I have one domain, which is this one. So what I can also do is, if you just want to run the command without having to put the parentheses, you can run you can run this command to take to not have to put the parentheses in there anymore. So you would type in ease user. Give me 1 second. Actually, ease syntax. And basically, if you look at the text, it's going to tell you, okay, use syntax. You have chosen to use syntax for the VLC. Okay, so basically, so now as opposed to me having to put in LSC, ls with with a C in parentheses, I can just type out ls and then C, and it's going to be the same results. And if I was to do LSA, same thing, or ls so basically that takes away having to basically put the open paren and the close paren inside of the occupations. But this is I've decided not to use this setting. I'm just going to turn it off. And to turn it off, you just run the e syntax again. The syntax. Okay, so if you look at the text, it's going to say e syntax is not turned off. So if I try to run LSC again, it's not gonna work. It's gonna give me an error, syntax error. I have to go back to putting basically my atom, my variable inside of a quotation mark, embedding inside of the parentheses. So what I'll do next is I'm actually going to let me do this. So if I wanted to cd into a directory, as you just saw, I had to cd. And I moved to, and then first thing I did is I looked at admin console, right? And I found my atom and I cd into this atom by placing this atom inside of my quotations. And then so how to go back? I can run cd and then open paren single quote dot, and then there you go. That's gonna take me back. And then also you can also run a cd and then this. So if I was to say cd and then admin console again, okay, I'm back to admin console. But if I do cd and then / basically you have two choices to go back. You can do the two pairs, or you can use the /. So what I'll do next is I'm actually going to let me see. I am going to change. So you have so you're already in server config, right? You can change. You can go from server config to domain runtime. So if I want to go to domain runtime, which basically will be for my domain, I will just type in domain runtime. cd domain runtime. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to think, because I think I am domain runtime. Okay, so it's not letting me do it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go to the server config, and then so I'm gonna run ls and then expand on this, right? And then what I'm gonna do is I'm going to go into, let's say if I wanted to look at what item can I look at today. So let me go into, let's say, machines. So cd. Actually, hold on. I'm gonna pause real quick. I'll be right back. Okay. So this is what I was doing wrong with my domain runtime. So I should have followed my own advice. You should always use open and close paren, as you're navigating to the objects for your scripting tool. So let me do this. ls. Let me see what I can do for this with this. Let me go into. So I'm gonna log in. I'm gonna go into server runtimes now for now, and then see if I can do some pass modifications to my server instances. So let me do this cd and then server. Actually, not even do that. Just type in server runtimes or cd server runtimes. Okay. So ls and then look at what's in my directory. And I only have one server. So if I was to do this, let me see what else I have in there. ls. Okay. And let me see if I have any objects. Okay. So I'm just gonna cd into my admin server. And then admin server underscore 1. So by running the ls command, then basically the ls command is gonna show me all of my both the basically the output is gonna be for the lsc, the lsc, and the lsl. So if I was to do this ls, okay, it's gonna give me one for my one for my outcome from an output, and then if I do lsc, and it's gonna give me another form, which is like what I had up here, and then the last one is the ls. Oh, again, this is it's also part of the original output that I had, which is from, I believe it was this one or might have been above it. So, but what I'm trying to say is, so I need to get to I need to get my servers. So what I'll do is I'm going to, let me see. I think I might have gone too far. Let me go back. CD. Okay. Oh, one time now. I'm looking for servers. So let me do this. Okay. That's not it. That's not it. Okay, I think I'm gonna come to the wrong directory. So let me do this. Go back to server config. Go config. I am looking for servers. So I'm going to go to cd servers, and then I'm going to ls command again. So I'm looking at my 4 servers right now, 1 admin and the 3 managed servers. So I'm going to cd into my managed server. So cd manage server 1 domain underscore 1, and I want to run ls. So basically just reviewing what I have, my output, right? So I'm already in the ls. Let's say if I come to my admin console, right, and I go to my servers where my servers are, and if I wanted to, let's say, change a parameter, right? So it's showing me here that I can change my SSL, I can change my look into the server debug, investigate all these different items, right? So let's say I currently don't have any clusters. So if I do have a machine, but I'm not sure how I can type of modification I'll be able to make on a machine. But I know with SSL I can assign a new port for my SSL as an SSL listen port. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cd into SSL. So cd into SSL. So as you can so just remember I am in managed server 1. If I come to manage server 1, it's up and running, right? So if I go inside, if I click on manage server 1, and again, so I'm looking to change my SSL listen port. So I am going to change, so it's this value, right? So it's not this one, it's this one, because again, so it's SSL. So I'm going to change 7007 to, let's say, 7002, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back to this window, and then I'm going to run ls, and then my output. So I'm going to cd into my second managed server, right? Manage server 1 domain underscore 1, and what I'll do next is run ls again. So what I'm going to do is I am going to let me see, I'm looking for the value, right? 7007. So it's this one, right? The listen port 7007. So let's say I'm going to modify 7007 to, as I said, 7002, right? So what the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to run edit. I'm going to create an edit session. Okay, I'm inside of an edit session, right? And then I'm going to then run. I'm going to then cd into my servers / manage server 1 domain underscore 1. Okay, ls again. And then I'm looking for SSL. Yes, SSL. Am I gonna? Yes, SSL. So I'm gonna cd into SSL. cd. And then ls. And then cd into manage server 1 domain underscore 1. And then ls. And then so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna change I'm already in my edit. I'm already inside of my created edit session, right? And so now I'm gonna change my listener port to actually change my listener port. So if you can see what I'm doing, what I've already done. So previously when I ran my my ls to look at my the values for the object inside of this directory. Basically, they won't read, if you can remember. I don't think I'll be able to scroll all the way back there, but yeah, as you can see, they were only read, right? They only had read access. But now that I created an edit session, let me see what it says that. Okay, location change to edit tree. It's about the tree. So an edit session via start edit. Okay, so and then this is key, right? So to make a change, you need to start an edit session via start edit. So what I'll do next is I need to run the start edit, right? So just also remember the syntax. So it's start edit with capital E. So actually, you know what? It should be the same thing. No, so it's obviously not that. Start edit. Okay. So basically, so after you started you've started your edit session. I mean, you've already created your edit session, but now you're getting actually making, applying changes, right? So I'm going to change my listening port. And again, so 7,007, I'm going to change to 7,002. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to run, you just use a set and then single quote, and then listen port, the parameter that you're looking to change, listen port, and then comma, and then you put 7,002. Then that's it. And then if I wanted to change, let's see what else I can change. Use server search. Again, so I'm not sure, but let's try that out. So set use server search, and then true. There you go. And then so after you've applied all of your modifications, right? Then you need to run this command, save, and all your changes are being saved. So if you come back to your window, right, and then you put, okay, what I should have done is I should have just refreshed this. But anyways, so basically you refresh your page, and basically it's going to show you the change that you've made, right? And basically, so you can actually just click on activate change, and basically, that's gonna implement the change that you've made. Or you can actually just come to your window and just type in activate, and then open and close parent, and it's gonna activate your change. So again, activation is completed. So if you come back up here, you just refresh this page, and basically it's gonna be gone, and you'll be back to your normal state. Okay, so this is how you change your different parameters. If you wanted to go back to back to, let's say, server config, what you would just do is you would just type in server config, and basically you're back to your root directory. So if I wanted to, let's say if I wanted to, go into my domain runtime, right? What I can do is I can just type in domain runtime, and then so just give me 1 second. Okay, so if I wanted to, so I'm already inside of domain runtime, right? Let's say if I wanted to, review my performances for my instance, my service, right? What I would do is run ls, and then let me go into server runtimes. So I'm gonna do run cd, and then server run times, and then ls, and then I currently have basically, I'm only basically going to be able to look into my admin server. So I'm going to cd admin server underscore 1, and then ls. Let's say if I wanted to what a listener port is for my admin server, so I'm not gonna tamper with that. Let's see if I wanted to do, look into my JVC, and review what my JVC data sources are. Go to services, data sources. I currently do not have any data sources that I've created. So let's create a generic data source. JVC data source underscore 1. New JDBC data source. Database type is Oracle. Okay. Database driver. Yeah, that's fine. JDBC source, year of production, exit user. Okay, they have the same. So I think this is probably way more than I was looking to do. But anyways, so in terms of navigating to your JDBC data source, you can just, and again, so I'm gonna go into my service runtime, and actually, hold on, let me make sure. Yeah, I'm gonna go into my service runtime. So I'm gonna copy this part. So what I'm doing is I'm just navigating to my to the the file system to just get a sense get you to get a sense of how you can go to the different access different files and the type of modification you can change, along with going with from time to time having to review those changes at the with your admin console. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cd into uh into the what I've just copied, which is JDBC service runtime. So let me do that. And then remember, it's always it has to be quotation unless you put you run this e syntax command. Okay, admin server cd admin server _1 and then ls. So if I had a data source that I created, right, for one of my for database that I already installed and so I already had it the configured data source, then basically it would be, this is how you would review the statistics for your data source, by just navigating to this part of the to this directory. So you would just say cd, and then you would say, okay, mark JDBC data source, mark that, paste it, and then ls. So basically, I do not have any JDBC data sources, or if I did, they will be listed here. So currently, this is pretty much all I can do. So what I'll just do now is I'm gonna go back, uh, and then if I just want to have a just go quickly back to my root directory. So I'm gonna run this, and I'm back to my root directory. So let's try that again. So ls. Let's see what I can do here. What else I can do here? So it's currently running, right? So okay. If I let's say if I if I wanted to get um get the name for my domain name, right? Obviously it's domain name, domain _1, and basically, but if I wanted to do it manually as opposed to just looking at a value, what I would do is I would run the get domain _1. Actually, no, I'm getting way ahead of myself in this one. So get name domain _1. So basically, you use a get command to basically to look at to display the value for for a parameter. So if I was to say, okay, get, what else should I look for? Let me see. So ls. Oh, that's not ls. ls. Oh, what did I put? Oh, okay. Funny, I did. So that's not enough. ls. A ls o ls. See, if I want to get another value, right? So let's say, I'm already here. So if I wanted to, I feel like I missed something here. So just give me 1 second. Let me do this. CD. That shouldn't matter, but okay, ls. Okay. Get domain. I've already run to get domain, so I'm able to see my domain. Let's say so I can go from domain runtime to, I can also go to JNDI, and basically this is basically where I'll be able to view my JNDI tree. If I was to run ls admin server, so cd into my admin server directory. Let's go 1 and then ls, and then let's say if I wanted to review my EJB, so I would do cd EJB and then ls and then mgmt. So pretty much you kind of get a sense of what I'm trying to do, right? You can, again, so I've already covered this the server, the domain runtime, the server runtime, the JNDI. You also have the custom command. So if you were to run this, so let me do this custom. So basically, this is just a custom tree, and obviously, as you can see, there's no root. So it's gonna, you can, and then with the custom is the same thing. You can just navigate to your file system in the same way, going to the JMI. But what I'll do is I'm not gonna go back to my server config again, and then so what I'm gonna do is, and again, so just to let me cancel this. So I've already changed one of my one of my parameters, the listening port. As you can, you can remember. So what you can also do is you can let me see. And again, so you have get to review the different um to review the values for your parameters. So pretty much this is how you would use the Weblogic scripting tool. You would just navigate through the server config, the domain runtime, the server runtime, the JNDI, the custom, um, and also let's say if I um if I actually just wanted to find an item, right? So if I'm inside of this root directory, right, and I'm looking for, let's say, just going back to the example of the listening port. So if I run find, and then I just put the parameter inside of this the quotations listen port, then basically I'll be able to find that parameter. And again, so basically the item that you are looking for has to be inside of this directory. So but that means that if I was to, let's say, if I was in domain runtime, and if I was to run find, and if I was to listen for it, basically it's not gonna give me a listen port because it's not part of this directory, as you can remember. So there's no listen port here. This is more the runtime. So if I were to say find let's say um, type. Trying to think. Find actually, yeah. So this is a poor example. So find out it's not supported here. So let me go to JNDI and see if I can find JNDI CD. Fine. Let me do an ls. Find admin. Let me okay. So let me do custom then. So I'm trying to think. Cause I should I do an true? Okay. So basically, my point is in doing this is basically just be aware of what your directory is looks like. So you're not just running commands and and surprised by the outcome. So like I say, go back to my and then just find Excel. So those are all the occurrences of SSL that I have, that are inside of this tree structure. So this is pretty much it. Next, I'm gonna see if I can really just you know you know get to use more commands, so you can get a sense of the full capability of the WLSC tool. But remember, you can do this. You can do it manually. You can also do them visually. I mean, graphically using the admin console. So, but my focus for now on is just going to be, everything everything is going to be about the WLSC2, and just to get you to, know the different commands. You already know the get. You already know the find. You already know the CD, and the basic commands. But really, just to get really comfortable with applying different changes to your your server instances. Thank you so much for watching.